Alright then, welcome back everyone. Let's continue our SQL 50 series. And the question name is rising temperature. We are given one table here. It has three columns: ID, record date, and temperature. So this is, I guess, temperature information on a given date. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to find all the dates. It's ID basically, with higher temperatures compared to its previous dates yesterday. Okay, so we want all the dates such that its temperature was higher compared to the previous day. Okay, fine. So for example, they have given an example here, a table here you can see. So the answer that they have written here is 2 and 4. Why 2 and 4? Let's just try to see here. So 2, okay, because the temperature on the day before it was 10. So on second date 2/1/2015, the temperature was higher compared to its previous day. Similarly for this 4/1/2015, the temperature on a day before it was 30. So that's why these two IDs were returned. Fine. So we want IDs, right? We want the weather IDs to be returned, and those weather IDs for which the temperature on day before it was less. For now, let's focus on bringing a temperature of previous day beside a given day. So for example, for this row, if I can get information about the previous day beside it, then my job is done, right? Then I can simply add a where clause and my job is done. Right, so we'll handle this with higher temperatures afterwards. But for now, let's focus on bringing temperature information of yesterday for every day. Of course, for this guy, there is no entry. So yeah, well, no problem. We don't have to consider this. So if there is no previous day, like there is no entry for the previous day, yeah, then anyway, that day is not of any use to us, right? So how can you do it? Like it depends on how well do you know joins, because joins cannot like don't always work on just equals to. What you can effectively do here is you can actually join based on a you can say complicated condition as well. So what I want to do is, of course, I want to join the same table. So this is a, you can say a join will happen on the same table here. So I want to do weather w1 and I want to join the same table because there's only one table, and I want to also join it with weather itself. But on what condition? Beside a row, I want an entry for a day just before it. So what you'll write here is on. Usually you write some w1.id equals w2.id, but here the condition is a bit different. I want to join such that the date diff between w1 dot record date w2 dot record date is equal to 1. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna join w1 with it itself, but on the condition that difference between record dates, that is w1 dot record date minus w2 dot record date, is 1. That is the w2's entry which will be mapped with the w1's entry, which will be of previous day, like yesterday. Okay, so and then what remains is you are gonna write a where clause here, where w1 dot temperature is greater than w2 dot temperature, right? Because you only want the IDs for the guys whose temperatures compared to previous date was higher, right? And here you can just print w1.id. You need w1.id here only, right? Because you want IDs of all the dates with higher temperature compared to the previous date. That is w1.id. w2.id will be the ID of the previous day, right? So yeah, that's that about this question. We joined it on this complicated condition. What is the complicated condition? There's not much. What you're doing is you're joining the same table such that the difference between the dates is 1, right? So for a given entry for this guy, first of all you will place an entry such that the difference between record date is 1. So of course this entry will be placed beside it. So if you want to see it, I'll show you. If I can just select star here, you will see what I mean. So I forgot here from, right? So I have to write from here, fine. And this should be temperature. See, you can see for every entry here, you will have an entry of a day just before it. For every entry here, you will have an entry for a day just before it. So now what that remains is you just need to check whether w1 dot temperature is greater than w2 dot temperature, and then you can just print w1 dot id. Fine. So yeah, that's that. So this should work. Here I just need w1 dot id, and this should work. So yeah, that's about this question. There's one more thing you can do. Like it's not required actually, but you can actually Instead of this where clause, you can use and here. So it's a much of a complicated join condition now. Did diff is 1 and the W1's temperature is greater. So like this achieves the same thing. So this will also work. If I submit it, you'll see. You see, it works, right? So yeah, that's that for this video. I'll see you in the next one.